I'm back, and today I'm going to talk about the quality assessment of open educational resource-based wikis. What I find most interesting about this topic is that we're going to draw on three main areas: educational quality, informational quality, and wiki-based quality. What really jumps out at me when I was doing all this reading is that quality really is a relative concept, meaning how one person sees quality may be completely different than another person sees quality. So something that might be like, wow, is that ever a good quality house? Somebody else may turn around and look at the house and go, I don't think that's good quality. And I think each person would probably have great reasons why they don't see it as being good quality, or they see it as being good quality. And you fold into all this the idea of cross-border education, where we've got education happening internationally, where I'm taking a course from another country, and you got cross-border issues about how do you define quality? How does the institution define quality? If I'm going to take a course and I have a certain quality expectation, that might be different than what the quality of the institution is providing. And that would put the responsibility for me, as far as I'm concerned, in trying to understand what level of quality that institution has of me. And I even think about the different instructors and profs within the educational context. And they have different levels of what they consider good quality courses or papers or assignments. So the whole idea there is that, again, quality is a relative subject. And when you kind of fold into that the whole idea of language and culture, holy smokes. I don't know how you can describe the color red. It could be 20 different words for red in a different language. So how do you describe red? What's a good quality description of red? Those ideas. The point being here is that when you think about it, within a context, the quality becomes a collaborative experience. It's a shared knowledge. It's a shared experience. So therefore, quality comes to the group or the context in which they are working together. So quality is a relative concept within a certain context. So that's what I would consider the first one when we start thinking about educational quality. It's collaborative. Usually should follow, in a sense, it's constructivist, in the sense that the people who are involved with the quality should also be sort of helping out describe what the quality is. So if I'm taking a course from some institution, I should at the beginning of the course start making it clear what my expectation is, and investing time to figure out what the prof's expectation is, what the institution's expectation is, even what all the other students around me's expectation is. There may even be expectations that happen at the national level or the university level about what is quality, what's a quality education, what's a quality course. So again, it's all related back to the institution, but it's also constructivist in the sense that you sort of construct an understanding of what quality is, but also I should be walking out of that course having constructed a fair bit of knowledge about the subject area that the course was about. So what else I found that was pretty cool was all the work that UNESCO's been doing in this area. So they provided guidelines for cross-border education, but within those guidelines were a lot of information about what is quality, particularly in the cross-border context. So, essentially what they're saying is that quality should be localized, quality should follow constructivist learning theories, and quality should be collaborative at the institutional level. So that means it includes the profs, the students, the administrative staff, the executive staff, and the people involved with the vision and mission of the institution. Fold all that in with the language and the culture, and you got a fairly well-defined what is quality within the language, culture, country, university, even within the classroom. As far as I'm concerned, I think quality should even start right at the learner level, because if it's supposed to be constructivist, they should be involved in defining what is the quality outcomes of this particular course that they're participating in. For this course, quality could change from course to course as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure there'd be a lot of people out there that could agree with me. So once we get into educational quality, and you look at it from a bigger level, like you are looking at it at an institutional level, or even in a department of a university, or a college, or even a high school for that matter, is that there's usually three different ways that you start to define quality, or assure quality. There's the idea of a benchmark, there's the idea of quality assurance, and there's also the idea of quality improvement. Now a benchmark is looking at quality, like what is the best that we could be. So you kind of go, well, look at the standards around you, look at what other institutions have or other courses or departments have, and what's the best, and consider that a benchmark. and you see you aspire to that. So you say that's what is the best, and you try and measure yourself. You find the best practices or kind of key performance indicators or anything like that and say, let's measure ourselves against that. That's quality assurance, is the idea that you just sort of meet a set of standards. So at an institutional level or at a department level or at some organization, you say, well, what's the standard? Like, what is it that you have to meet so that you're reaching that goal? So you're going to have some sort of standard that says, well, this is the minimum of what we consider quality. So your courses or your materials or whatever that may be have to meet that standard. And that's quality assurance. So you're assuring that the materials or the course or the program or whatever you've got meets a certain minimum standard for quality. And the last one is quality improvement. This is the one that I think is the greatest, because you're always aspiring to have something better. So with a benchmark, you've got, well, what's the best? But even then, the best could get better. Or in quality assurance, you can say, well, what's the minimum? What is the standard that we have to meet? The quality improvement is everybody's always got a mindset, the institution, the teachers, even the learners say, hey, we can do a better job of this. What are the things that we can improve upon so that we're getting better? So the thing that I find neat about all this sort of stuff as it applies to open educational resource-based wikis is that the assurance is sort of, it works in one area because you're saying, hey, let's just say that what we're putting out there is at a minimum this level of quality. But if you're looking at the content of the wiki page or the educational resource, you're saying, how could we always improve that? And you have collaboration of all the people around you. They always be looking at improving it. So that's it. You've got this whole bunch of information, so you're looking at quality. We're looking at quality from a number of different perspectives. Right now, for today, what we've talked about is educational quality. And tomorrow, if I have the time, we'll talk about informational quality and wiki quality. But the one thing that you got to remember about educational quality is the most important thing is localize, localize, localize. And that's what I've found when I'm reading from UNESCO and from all the other great authors that I've been reading. They say, hey, all this quality work's great work to do, but it's got to be within context. So that means it's got to be localized.